As electricity demand increase, we need more transmission capacity to deliver power. The most straightforward solution is to build new transmission lines. However, this creates two major issues, especially in Korea. First, the cost is extremely high. Building new transmission line requires a huge investment in construction, materials, and infrastructure. Second, and more importantly, it invades private rent. Transmission line often pass through residential or rural area, which lead due to strong opposition from local communities. This is where dynamic line lighting, DLL, come in. Instead of building new transmission lines, DLL allow us to use existing line more efficiently. The amount of electricity a transmission line can carry actually depends on weather conditions. When the weather is unfavorable, such as high temperature or low wind, the transmission capacity decreases. Traditionally, transmission capacity is determined using the static rating, which assume worst-case conditions like high temperature and low wind. But in reality, environmental conditions are constantly changing. DLL takes advantage of this monitoring real-time conditions such as wind speed, ambient temperature, and solar radiation. For example, when the wind is strong, it naturally cools the transmission line. This means the line can safely carry more current than static limit. So instead of building new infrastructure, DLL help us increase capacity using what we already have. As a result, there are several important benefits. First, it reduces costs because we can avoid or delay expensive investments in new transmission line. Second, it minimizes social conflict since we do not need to take additional land or face public opposition. Third, it improves the efficiency and flexibility of the power system, especially when integrating renewable energy like wind and solar. To conclude, instead of expanding the grid physically, DLL allow us to expand it intelligently. It solves economic, technical, and social problems at the same time. That is why dynamic line lighting is not just the alternative, but a necessary step for the future of power system. Thank you for listening.